Should be rolling on them.
It's good.
There it goes.
Yep.
All right, stay clear of me.
Woo!
Keep going, keep going.
Wow, look at that. All right, you got my car on the trailer there. We're gonna take it to
Yeah.
a shop in Wasilla on
Hope for the best.
Thursday. Yeah, we're gonna have them do a diagnosis on it, and if it's something that we are willing to fix, then we will fix it. But if it's something that is too much for us to do, then we're either gonna have the shop do it or just find another solution. Good morning, Alaska, with a forecast of a high of 61 and a low of 40. Today's gonna be a beautiful day. We got 0 clouds in the sky, sun is shining. Wait, what's that? By golly, it's a cloud. Hey, so I don't actually remember. No, never mind. Okay, so we just got back to the ranch from being in Palmer last night. We took the car to a shop in Wasilla, and we started it up, and like less than 10 seconds later, the guy there, the technician, he's like, "Yeah, you need a new engine." As you saw, we hauled it on the trailer to Wasilla, and we were there for like 2 minutes talking about the car, and then we left. But we stayed the night because we had to bring it there in the morning, this morning. So, but now we're back at the ranch. I'll explain a little bit more about the car later, but my phone's almost dead now, so I'm gonna go eat lunch, and we'll be back. Okay, so I know this video's been a bit jumpy. It's been over like 3 days that I've done this video. So what's wrong with the car, you might be wondering. Okay, I don't know where to start. I was just taking it up the road and it started losing power, started revving up and down, and it wasn't getting the power it needed to get up the hill. So I pulled over, and as soon as I stopped, it died, just quit. And it got a check engine light coming on with codes for misfires in 3 out of the 4 cylinders. So there was definitely something wrong with the car. So we had it towed back to the ranch. We just had it sitting there in the boneyard. I kind of looked at it, and there's not much to look at. I thought maybe it was a timing belt thing. What we've read is if on that engine, if the timing belt slips even one little bit, it'll still run, but it will mess up the engine. So if that was the case, then we need to get a new engine. But we took it to a shop this morning, and he knew exactly the sound. I guess it's, I mean, obviously it's a problem they get a lot. He said it was a rod bearing, a connector rod bearing. He said it was probably because the car was low on oil. I had checked the oil level, and it was on the dipstick. It was still within the usable, like the recommended amount there, but apparently with that era of the Subaru Outback, if you get about a quart low on oil, then it can start messing up things in the engine with engines of that high mileage. So that's what happened. I knew the oil was getting low, I just didn't realize that was a problem with Subarus. So next time I will not forget that. I'm gonna keep the car because it's a nice car. It is a really nice car. We got a good deal on it, and everything except for the engine is working on it. We're gonna look for a cheap Subaru 2005, 2006, and we can, as long as the engine in that one is still working, we can swap it out for this one. I just gotta look for stuff like that, find one that's pretty cheap. I'm looking for less than 1,000, maybe 500, 500 to 800, somewhere in there. And then swap the engine on that. But I will keep you guys updated on that. We're not doing anything right now about it because we can't. They're about to start up this plane here. This is a plane that my dad has been working on for a few days, doing an annual inspection. So he took apart like all these different panels on the plane to look at different pieces of the frame, of the engine. And they're gonna run it up for the first time after the inspection now. Check for leaks and anything.
Alright, clear. On key. Wrong button.
Wrong key.
The blue one or the blue one, but the blue one didn't work. Alright, clear.
Alright, so I just finished dinner. There's something kind of exciting that happened today. Ezra, as you saw in the last video, soloed for the first time today. So we are going to have milkshakes tonight. That's, as you've probably kind of caught on and maybe I've explained before, that's kind of the tradition around here. Whenever somebody solos or somebody finishes a certification or something, they do milkshakes. That's how they celebrate. So we're gonna do that tonight. I don't know when though, because Dwayne is not down here. He's off flying somewhere, and there's some more people that we're waiting on that are flying as well. So it'll probably happen later tonight. I'm just taking a quick walk right now. For school, part of my school is PE. I have to get in like an hour to 45 minutes of exercise a day. So while I can't jog for like an hour to 45 minutes, I can definitely walk. And around here in Florida, you don't get this as much, but you can just walk and get a pretty good exercise. You get your heart pumping pretty hard, going up the hills and stuff. But I will work my way up to jogging at some point. So this is the Kingdom Aircore sawmill. I don't think I've ever showed this on a video before. I just haven't come down here to show you guys. It's kind of cool. I have a video somewhere of the actual mill working. So all the buildings on the property here have been milled and built by people here. I don't know, I think this thing's kind of cool. I've only seen it running once, but it's pretty fascinating to run, or pretty fascinating to watch. So really, kind of changing gears here. Those of you that really know me are gonna think, wait, Evan's taking a walk on his own? Like, he chose to do that? That's not like Evan. Evan doesn't seek out physical exercise. And yeah, you're kind of right. But really, the biggest reason I just decided to take a walk right now is just because, I don't know, I just needed something else to think about, really. I was sitting there after eating dinner and I saw actually TSM, Transform Student Ministries. I don't know how many of you guys are watching, but it's for those who don't know, it's a youth group that I started going to towards the end of my time in Florida. And I saw their Instagram post about going to Rock the Universe, and I was like, oh man, I want to go. That sounds so cool. I've been to Rock the Universe once. If you don't know what that is, it's I guess it's kind of a Christian music festival, you could call it, at Universal Studios Orlando. And they get a whole bunch of different artists, and I think it's just a weekend thing. But I saw that post and I was like, oh man, that's so cool, and I didn't really think too much of it. Then I saw for King and Country, they're actually there, and I don't know why that hit me. I have really no connection to those guys at all. I mean, I guess there was that one time. I just started thinking about all the friends I had back home, and I still have them. It's not that I lost them. They're just not. I don't have the relationship, like the communication that I had before with them. Like, I could see them every week, pretty much, back in Florida, and now I'm maybe coming in contact with them maybe once or twice a month. I don't know. It's just, and it's really not, it's kind of scattered. I don't know. And I talked about how I'm kind of trying to get into positions where I can make friends here. But that's so hard. I don't know. I really want somebody up here that I can just like hang out and chat with. Which I mean, Ezra is kind of that person. And Ezra, you're probably watching this. A lot of the people up here that I'm gonna kind of make connections with are gonna be flight students like Ezra that are not gonna be here year round. And I want somebody to help work on my car, like somebody who's just like can be as dedicated to that as I want to be myself. And I don't, that's not here at Kingdom AmeriCorps. There's people that can help, but not, like, they have other jobs. There's other jobs to do. I sit and think, and I can sometimes bring myself to tears just thinking about my situation. It's not ideal, but I know this is where God has put me, and I don't know why. And I mean, I kind of know. I don't know exactly what God has in store for me here in Alaska, but I don't know. I can't wait to see what the future holds for everything, even beyond Alaska. Like, I'm thinking about college, like what's gonna happen with that. I don't even have a job. I have like $700 that I could spend right now, but most of it's in savings. But nothing specifically for college. That's not gonna pay for college. There's some people coming in, so I think milkshakes are probably coming up soon. But you guys have seen enough of that. That's pretty much. I mean, it's kind of cool to see the Kingdom AmeriCorps milkshakes once, and then you're like, oh, it's just Kingdom AmeriCorps milkshakes again. It doesn't really change a lot. If I don't know, I am wanting prayer for just, I don't know, my life. I feel like that seems kind of ridiculous almost, but, and for my car too. And if you guys have any, like, I don't know, I got this idea from another channel that I kind of watch a little bit, but they they did like this whole live stream thing, and at the end they were saying, like, they were asking for prayer requests from the audience, and then they had their own prayer requests too. So I figured that seems kind of cool to me. Sorry, Twin Sauce, if I'm stealing your idea. So yeah, if you guys have any prayer requests that you want me to pray for, or that you need somebody else, like just anybody, I don't know, put it in the comments. I think that'd be really cool. So I kind of started to sign off, but thank you for watching, leaving the lower. That's all for now. Lights out.